Sukihotu, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. I'm not sure if we're going to have a monk tonight to administer the 3 refuges or 5 precepts, without which I think if the monk doesn't come on time, Brother Lim, you probably will recite the Namo Tassa yourself and the Panchasila. Tonight is the 9th night of our 9th hourly night chanting, our final night, the finale. You should be here just now. We're all excited, trying to fix our gears up. I used to do this at home, very quietly I do this. But today, in the presence of so many people here, in Malay, I say, hilang akal. I don't know what to do also. So luckily, I've got a young lady here. I didn't ask her name. She's my technical assistant today, who helped me to fix all the things up. Otherwise, I think it'll be disastrous today. So, okay, for the past few nights, we had learned monks to administer the 3 refuges and the 5 precepts, and they shared with us their Vesak message, among which we will know that in conclusion, we will say that the Buddha's message is about peace. And peace means what to us Buddhists? Do we carry placards? Do we shout around the world? Okay, now we got the Venerable with us. So when we say about peace in the world, does it mean that we carry placards, tell everybody that we are talking about peace? No. For us Buddhists, peace begins at home. We should practice it at home. Like what Venerable said on the first day, Buddhism is about gradual learning. It's about dana, it's about sila and bhavana. And for dana, sila and bhavana, you don't need to go to the temple to practice. We practice everywhere. But in short, it's better still if we can practice at home. Because when we practice charity at home, when we practice sila at home, when we focus on our jobs, that's bhavana, it is an example to our children. And that is what Buddhism is all about. So we set examples for our children to follow. Follow our dana, follow our charitable qualities, follow our sila and how we behave towards them, and how we focus on our work. And that is the way to practice in peace. Then we have peace within. Then we have peace within. We spread the peace to our family. And the family too becomes happy. What happens in the neighborhood? Neighborhood becomes very harmonious. When we are happy, our neighborhood becomes harmonious. Would you agree? Then when the neighborhood is harmonious, what happens? The whole society is peaceful. And that is the way to practice peace. That is the Buddha's message of peace. It is not about carrying placards and telling everybody, oh, I talk about peace. Oh, we are peaceful people. No, 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 no. Go by example. That's what we are trying to say. We lead by example. And the Buddha taught us all these things through his experience. That is why we say Buddhism is experiential. One of our venerables again also mentioned that what the Buddha taught us was what he has experienced. And that is experiential. Not through his theory, not through his teachings from other masters that taught the Buddha this, not through divine revelation. No, it is through his experience. The Buddha experienced things and he shared with us. The Buddha never taught us things that he has never experienced. Always remember. It is through his experience he knew that this is the way and he taught us that way. That is why we say the Buddha, when we chant the virtues of the Buddha, Itipiso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho, when we chant the virtues of the Buddha, we must reflect that the Buddha is such a person that behaves in front of you the same way he behaves behind you. He doesn't behave two ways. Not well behaved in front of you and behind you he behaves something differently. No. the Buddha behaves exactly in front of you the same way. With or without you, he behaves the same way. And he knew, and that is why we recite the virtues of the Buddha. We try to emulate his virtues, and that should be our kind of a small pledge to make Buddhism, to make Vesak significant. We can make a small pledge that we also want to emulate the qualities of the Buddha. There was another message from a monk also. He says that for this season of Vesak, we must make it important. Make it significant. And how to make it significant? We make certain promises within for ourselves that we want to improve this year. And I had one society who said that they want to improve on the chanting this year. Oh, that was very good. So I'm looking forward to work more with them, because they say that, okay, Brother Tan, Brother Leng Huat, we tell you that we want to improve on our chanting. That's good. And let me explain to you also why I started this chanting thing. It was about 2 years ago, we organized an international seminar on Tilakkhana. Tilakkhana, views from the 3 main schools, that is the Theravada, the Mahayana, and the Vajrayana. And we invited scholars from all over the world. There were 8 participating countries. Even Russia. Even Russia came in also. You know, we got people from Russia, we got people from Australia, we got, of course, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, Taiwan, Indonesia, Singapore. Yeah, so got 9 countries participated. And why did I say that? What made me conduct this course suddenly? Because in the final closing speech, we invited, of course, the VIPs from the 3 main schools, and from the Mahayana, it is represented by one Dr. Weijen Tang. Yeah, he is the chair of the Institute of Buddhist Studies from the Dhamma Drum in Taiwan. Now, why do I say that? Because Dhamma Drum Taiwan is a Mahayana organization. But when he gave his closing speech, he started with Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. He did it very well, very clearly, very distinctively. Pronunciation was good. And that kind of alarmed me, because I also have heard that our local leaders sometimes mispronounce the words. So I felt very embarrassed. I say that it is time that we generate the interest of our people, particularly the leaders, so that they will be able to chant correctly when they go for international seminars, and also when they deliver their Dhamma sharing, we call it. At least they can quote the suttas more accurately. So that kind of spurred me to start this thing. And immediately after that, I started this. And today, we've got 4 active groups already. I do it on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the Sunday. And after Vesak, that is on Monday itself, there's a new group coming in. So we have 5 groups now doing this unison chanting. So that is what I want to share with you on why we started this. So with no further ado, I shall also want to invite Dhammacakka, the Deputy President of Dhammacakka, whom we are very grateful for allowing us to use these beautiful premises, for the committee to allow us to use. Of course, I got one vote in the committee also. So for the committee to allow us to use this beautiful place, we are very grateful to her. We also want to say thank you to the committee of Dhammacakka. And now we shall invite our Sister Emily, the Deputy President of Dhammacakka Buddha Vihara in Malacca, the venue for this session, to say a few words. Thank you so very much. So can we welcome our Sister Emily, please?
Namo Buddhaya and Soki Hontu. After 8 nights of chanting, tonight, the 9th and final night, a group of chanters from Klang Valley and from Tangka are here physically in Dhammacakka Buddha Vihara. DBV, or commonly known as Bukit Rambai Temple by the local folks here, is indeed honored to be the host of this such significant event. Before the beginning of this online chanting, DBV was hardly heard of. This vihara is located in the suburbs of Malacca town and was established by Venerable Dhammasena. Currently, the chairman, and as all you chanters know, is none other than Brother Tan Leng Huat, who initiated the online unison chanting. On behalf of the DBV management, I would like to thank all participants for making this chanting event possible. Like Brother Tan put it, relax, sit back, and rejoice in the chanting. Happy Vesak, Ayu Wano Sukang Balang.
Thank you, Sis Emily. That was the Deputy President of DBV. So she said that we have made DBV very popular today. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we have done our little part anyway. Okay, now we shall now move on to our regular session. We shall now invite my good friend and the great enthusiast and the great supporter of this unison chanting, the president of Metta Lodge from Johor Bahru, Brother Lim, to say a few words or to deliver his Vesak message. Over to you, Brother Lim.
Namo Buddhaya. Happy Vesak. Most respected venerables, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Metta Lodge Pusat Buddhist Johor rejoices with much joy with fellow Buddhist temples and centers in Malaysia and the world at large over our ability to celebrate Vesak physically after 2 long years. Vesak 2022, theme of promoting harmony through mutual respect and helping each other is most apt. Indeed, we have learned to respect and help each other to overcome the challenges in these 2 years. We have learned to promote Dhamma talks and activities through Zoom and was even able to reach out to a borderless audience. We learned to share technology know-how through the leadership of TBCM, the Theravada Buddhist Council of Malaysia. Thank you, and sadhu, sadhu, sadhu to TBCM. Tonight is the eve of auspicious Vesak. Unison chanters, especially those from Malacca, has been recalled to meet at Dhammacakka Buddha Vihara, DBV, to chant in unison as a group physically instead of being online. Let us all, in Anjali, listen ardently with Atapi to unison chanting, honoring the thrice sacred events on Buddha's Day. Congratulations to unison chanters led by Brother Tan Leng Huat to successfully organize such a meritorious way to honor the Triple Gem for the past 9 nights before Vesak. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May the blessings of the Triple Gem shower all of us with longevity, beauty, happiness, and strength as we respect and honor those who are older and more virtuous than us. Ayu Vano Sukang Balang. Lastly, please allow me to end this Vesak message with Dhammapada, verse 194. Suko Buddhanang Upado, Suka Sadama Desana, Suka Sangkasa Samagi, Samaganang Tapo Suko. Happy is the birth of Buddhas. Happy is the teaching of the sublime Dhamma. Happy is the unity of the Sangha. And happy is the discipline of the united ones. Anumodana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much. I cannot hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
I was muted just now, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I must admit that we have got small technical issues here. We can't hear you, you know. Very sorry, yeah. Because through all the excitement, like I said, you should have been here earlier and you see all the excitement we had here. We create excitement trying to get to fix up the equipment. You know, people like us, we did little experience in this, huh? But we managed anyway, never mind. Okay, last night we had got Venerable Satimanta with us. We stayed a little bit after the session. Now we spent about half an hour, a great dialogue with him. He shared experience about how to tackle things when we are actually in trouble. Am I right? You know, he shared things like, you know, when you are in trouble, take it as a test. That's what he said. Man. We take it as a test to how to overcome this issue. He shared an experience where he is now residing in Sweden. He has been in Sweden for the past 10 years. He shared an experience with us yesterday, an experience where he went on land cruise. He went on the bus ride, of course, from Sweden to France. Yeah. And for them who live in Sweden for many, many years, 24 degrees is warm. They're very happy when they get 24 degrees, it's warm. So they buy t-shirts there. You know? So when they were traveling, it was Eve of Christmas. And imagine in Europe, Eve of Christmas, how cold it can be. But being in Sweden for many years, he felt very comfortable with that warmth, they call it, you know. Okay, so what happened was during one of their toilet breaks they had, of course, there were certain stations, they went for a break, and he was a bit delayed. And he was not wearing his robes, you know, because he was wearing only inner garment, because they enjoyed the weather. For them, like I've said, you know, 24 degrees is warm for them. And winter in Europe, I think it is lower than 24 degrees. So he was, but he was very, very warm. Went to the toilet, the bus left with everything, including his computer, his luggage, and everything. He's left and nothing but inner garment, you know. So of course he panicked lah. His life was there, you know, on the bus, but he managed to overcome this predicament. So these are the things we spoke about. He gave us a lot of encouragement that when you face a predicament like that, sit back and relax and think about it. The more you panic, the worse it becomes. And that was the message we had from him. Thank you so much, Venerable. We have Venerable again today. Venerable, would you like to say a few words? Venerable, please unmute yourself, Venerable. Would you like to say a few words, Venerable?
Okay, do you hear me now?
Okay, Venerable, so we hand over the mic to Venerable. So Venerable, please, over to you, Venerable.
Do you hear me now? Okay. So thank you so much for inviting me again for this special occasion. I'm so grateful for this. And also, I would like to share a little more some of my experiences, also my knowledge. Today, I would like to mention something also related to the Lord Buddha's life. We have read about the Lord Buddha was an unshakable person, isn't it? So whatever he showed, that was his genuine. It was his genuine nature. So, but when we focus on ourselves, how is our situation? So sometimes I'm a friend. Okay, sometimes you can be a friend to someone. Also, you have friend role. Also, you have mother role. You have father role. and also complete different role called husband or wife role, or girlfriend or boyfriend. Sometimes you have a boss, owner of a company or something like that. So we have different roles in our society, in the society. So related to these roles, we used to face different situations. So just observe, just reflect about your daily life. How is it? From morning to evening, how many times you lose your patience? How many times do you use your patience, get annoyed, irritated, impatient? Just think about yourself. How many times you feel stressed, depressed? Have you ever thought about the Dhamma that time, that moment? Because these are the situations actually you need to learn how to deal with. That's why we learn Dhamma. Whenever you feel you get a situation, you feel something imbalance in your mentality, then that means there is something to work with that. There is something to work with ourselves. We used to talk about, okay, he's pushing buttons and pressing different buttons and putting us to different situations, kind of checking the patience or something like that, whatever. So whenever we feel something imbalanced in our mentality, whenever we don't feel harmony in our mindset, so that is something we have to think about, something to work with. Because we need to know why we learn Dhamma. For what? Okay, to reach our ultimate goal, Nirvana. So Nirvana means it's not just something just reaching at once. So meanwhile, in this path, there are a lot to do to correct ourselves, to fix our issues. So that's why we learn Dhamma. So whenever we come to a situation, this is something I need to work with. My patience. Sometimes easily you may lose your patience, get annoyed. Then you can think, why? Do I react like this to everybody? No. Depends on the situation, depends on the person. So I need to work with my ego. This is not healthy for me. So all the time when you observe the pressures, not pleasure, pressure. So whenever we get pressure, so all the time, if we can reflect on that, this is actually part of practicing mindfulness. This is part of the 4 Satipatthana. So you can observe your thoughts and also your feelings. So then you will get to know, I have to work more with this. And after some time, even though you may feel something deeper, something too difficult situations, you may feel kind of very plain, light feeling. because it is not something shaky moment for you. Okay. So this is how we train ourselves, we practice ourselves. It's not just, okay, in the morning we sit and practice metta to whole world, and then anapanasati or whatever, or vipassana, but after the sitting session, during daily activities, it is so exhausting. So this is something to think about. Okay, excuse me. So please consider little more about in which manner I have to improve myself. What are the situations I lose my control, my balance? So actually, they are giving us a lesson, a teaching. This is something you need to work with. But instead of having a harsh reaction, but usually this is what we used to do because of our ego, very aggressive reactions. So just focus on yourself. I lose my control. I'm losing my control. I'm losing my patience. I feel sad. I feel angry, or whatever. So think about it. So Lord Buddha has faced all the varieties of situations. When you read the Lord Buddha's life story, we can understand this. So whatever situation he faced, even though he got food for the horses, sometimes terrible insultings, none of those were able to shake his mind. So this is something very important. Actually, this is called, in Pali, it's called achala. Achala means unshakable. So this is something very important to practice, to have unshakable mind. It is not that, okay, whatever happens, you are not showing your feelings or emotions, but inside burning. No, it's not that. Even inside, you are not burning, not shaky. So we have to know everything is about how I take into myself, how I react, how I analyze, how I take it in. So therefore, so whenever shakeable situation comes to you, so just observe that, analyze it, don't take into you personally, just leave it. So on this full moon day, this is my message for all of you. Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Leng Huat.
Thank you, Venerable. Thank you so much for that message. Okay, it's all about unshakable mind during shakable times. Yeah. So what Venerable says is about crisis management, which is very true. We learn the Dhamma in good times, and we forget to use them during bad times. That was Venerable's message. Reflect on the Dhamma during the bad times. But we reflect it during the good times. Yeah. So that is the crisis management there. Okay, now with no further ado, we shall invite Sister Yvonne with Chatta Manawaka Gatha. Sister Yvonne, over to you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yo vadatang pava Romanu Jesu Sakyamuni Bhaga Vakata Kicho Paragato Bala Viriya Samangi Tang Suga Tang Sara Nathamupeni Raga Viraga Maneja Masokang Dhamma Masankata Mapati Kulang Madurami Mangpagu Nang Suvibatang Dhamma Mimangsara Nathamupeni Yatha Jadina Mahapalamahu Jatusu Suchisu Purisayugesu Atacha Pugala Dhamma Dasate Sangha Mimangsara Nathamupeni.
Mahung Sahasamapinim Mita Sayudantang Giri Mekalang Udita Gora Sasena Marang Dana Didamma Vidina Jitava Munindo Tang Tejasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalami Harati Rekamabiyum Jita Sabarating Goram Pana Lavaka Mahaka Matadayakam Anti Sudanta Vidina Jitava Munindo Tante Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalani Nala Davantiyo Janapatang Gulimalavantang Yedi Visam Katamano Jitava Munindo Tangte Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalami Adwa Nakata Mudarang Jivaga Viniya Chinchaya Dutta Vachanang Janakaya Majje Sante Nasoma Vidina Jitava Munindo Tangte Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalami
Sachang Vihaya Mati Sach Chakawada Ketung Wada Biropita Manang Atianda Butang Anya Padi Pajalito Citawa Munindo Tangte Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalani Nando Pananda Bujagang Vibudang Mahiding Putena Tera Bujagena Dhamma Payanto Idu Pade Savidina Jitawa Munindo Tangte Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalani Duga Haditi Bujagena Suda Tahatang Brahma Visu Dijuti Midi Baka Bidanang Jnana Gadena Vidina Citawa Munindo Tangte Jasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalani Eta Pibuka Jaya Mangala Ata Yohowa Chako Dina Dine Sarate Matandi Hitwana Neka Vividani Chupadawani Mohokang Suka
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So these two gathas will always inspire us to carry on with the Dhamma, learning the Dhamma, practicing the Dhamma, no matter the problems or the setbacks. Now, let us all together very respectfully invite Venerable Satimanta to administer the 3 refuges and the 5 precepts. Brother Leng from Metta Lodge will repeat after the Venerable on our behalf. You may mute and chant it also, but remember to mute yourself. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Anatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kāmesu miccāchārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kāmesu miccāchārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Surāmeraya majjapamā daṭṭhāna veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Sura meraya maja pamadatana veramani sikapadang samadhiyami. Imani panca sikapadani samadhiyami. Imani panca sikapadani samadhiyami. Imani panca sikapadani samadhiyami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vicacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusanam Buddho Bhagavati Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opanaiko Achattam Veditapo Vinyuhiti Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Ujjapatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Nyāyapatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Samicipatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Yadidam Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Puggala Esa Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Ahuneyo Ahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaniya Anuttarang Punya Ketang Lokasati. Vandami Cetiyang Sabbang Sappatane Supatititang Saririka Dhatu Mahabodhing Buddha Rupang Sakalam Sada Yasamule Nisinova Sabbari Vijayang Aka Atto Sabbanyutang Satta Vande Tang Bodhi Padapang Ime Ete Mahabodhi Lokanatena Pujita Aham Pite Namasami Bodhi Raja Namatute Ganasarapaditena Ipena Tamadangsina Tilokadipang Sambuddham Pujayami Amodudam Ganda Sambara Yutena Yutena Amsubhanina Pujaye Pujaniyantang Puja Bhajanamuttamam Adivase Tuno Bante Pamiyang Parikapitang Anukampang Upadaya Patigang Hatumur
Adivasetu no bante Pujanam parikapita Anukampang upadaya Patigathantu muttama Adivasetu no bante Ivana pacayam imam Anukampang upadaya Patiganthatu muttamang Vandaganda gunopetang Ekam kusuma santati Pujayami munindasa Siripada sarorute Pujemi buddhang kusumena nena Punyena metena cahotu mokkam Kopang milaya tiyata idang me Ayo takaya vitasa bhavang Kayena vaca cittena Amadena maya kata Acayang kamame bante Uripanya kata Kayena vaca cittena Amadena maya kata Acayang kamame dhamma Sandittika akalika Kayena vaca cittena amadena maya katang Acayang kamame sangha Satipatthana anuttara Evang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava Savatiyang viharati jetavane anata pindika saarame Atako anyatara devata abhikantaya rattiya abhikantavanna kevalakapam Jetavana obasetva Yena bhagavate upasankhamitva Bhagavantang abhivadetva ekamantang tathasi Ekamantang titakosa evata bhagavantang gathaya achabasi Bahudeva manusacha mangalani achintayum Akankamana sottana bruhi mangala muttamang asevana chabalanang apantitanang cha sevana puja cha pujaniyanang ekam mangala muttamang Atirupadesa vasocha Kupecha kata punyata Atta samma paniticha Etam mangala muttama Bahu satchancha sippancha Vinayo cha susiktito Subhasita jaya vaca ekam mangala uttamam mata pitu pattanam uttara rasa sanggaho
Anakula Chakamanta Ekam Mangala Muttama Danancha Dhammacharya Cha Nyatakanancha Sangho Anavajjani Kammani Ekam Mangala Muttama Arati virati papa Vajjapana cha sanyamo Appamado cha dhammesu Ekam mangalamuttama Garavo cha nivato cha santutti cha kapanyuta Kalena Dhamma Savanang Ekam Mangalamuttama Kanti Cha Sovachasata Samananang Cha Dasanang Kalena Dhamma Sakaccha Ekam Mangalamuttama Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Satchana Dasanam Nibbana Satchikiriyacha Ekam Mangalamuttama Buddhassa lokadammehi Cittam yassana kampati Asokang virajang kemang Ekam mangalamuttama Etadisani kadwana Sabbattama parajita Sabbatta sotting gaccanti tang Esam mangalamuttama Etena Satcha Vajjena Otu Te Jaya Mangalang Etena Satcha Vajjena Otu Te Jaya Mangalang Etena Satcha Vajjena Otu Te Jaya Mangalang Ratana Sutta, Discourse on the Jewels. Yani Bhutani Samagatani Ummani Vayani Vantavike Sabdeva Bhuta Sumana Bhavantu Atopi Sakkacha Sunantu Vasitam Asmai bhutani sameta sabbe mettang karota manusia Jaya divacarato charanti evaling tasmani nirakata appamatra yang kinci vitang idavahuramba sakke suwayang ratanang panitang nana samangati katagatena idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena satchena sumati hotu Hayang viragang namakang panikang yadaccaga sakya muni samaito natena dhammena samatti kinci idam me ratanang panitang etena satchena suvatti hotu Yang Buddha Setto Parivannai Sucing Samadhi Manantarikanya Bahu Samadhina Tena Samona Vicchati
Idampi dhamme ratanam panitam Etena saccena suvati hotu Ye puggala atta satang pasatta Chattari ekani yukani onti Vedapineya sugatassa savaka Ete sudinnani mahakalani Idampi sanghe ratanang panita Etena saccena suvati hotu Ye suppayutta manasadalhena Nikkamino gotama sasanampi Te patipatta amatang vigaya Vaddhamujati buddhi gunjana Idampi sanghe ratanang panita Etena saccena suvati hotu Yatinda kilo pataving sitosiya Chato vivate vihasampakampiyo Tatu pamangsa purisang vadami Yo ariya satchani apecha pasati Idampi sanghe ratanang panita Etena saccena suvati hotu Ye ariya satchani vibhavayanti Gambhira panyena sudesitani Kinchapite honti busappamatta Ate bhavang attamam adiyanti Idampi sanghe ratanang panitam Etena saccena suvati hotu Sahavasadassana sampadaya Kaya sudhamma jaya bhavanti Sakkaya ditti vicikiccitam ca Silapatam vapi yadati kinci Catuhapayehi cavitpamutto Cacabhitanani apappokatum Idampi sanghe ratanang panitam Etena saccena suvati hotu Inca visokam mangkaroti papakam Kayena vacam Udayena sava Abhabbo sotassa paticcadaya Abhabbata ditta padassa butta Idampi sanghe ratanang panitam Etena saccena suvati hotu Vanappadumbe yata pussitabde Imhanamase patamastikhe Tatu pamang dhamma varang adesai Nibbana gaming paramang hitaya Idampi buddhe ratanang panitam Etena saccena suvati hotu Varo varanyo varado varaharo Anuttaro dhamma varang adesai Idampi buddhe ratanang panitam Etena saccena suvati hotu Hinang puranang navang nati sambhavang Viratta citta ayati keva vasmin Tekina vicha avirohit chanda Nibbanti vira yakayang padipo Ikang pisangge ratanang panitang Etena sakshena subhakti hotu Yani dabutani samagatani Ummani vayani va antarike Tathagatang deva manusa pujitang Uddang namassama suwakti hotu Yani dabutani samagatani Ummani vayani antarike Tathagatang deva manusa pujitang Dhammang namassama suwakti hotu Yani dabutani samagatani Ummani vayani va antarike Tathagatang deva manusa pujitang Sanghang namassama suwakti hotu Etena satya vajjena dukkha upasamentu te Etena satya vajjena bhaya upasamentu te Etena satya vajjena roga upasamentu te Karaniya Metta Sutta, Discourse on Loving Kindness. Karaniya Matta Kusalena Yantang Sangkang Padang Abhisamecha Sakho Jucha Sujucha Suvacho Chasamudu Anatimani Santo Sakocha Suvarocha Aptakecho Visalaka Buddhi Santindriyocha Nipakocha Aptarako Ulesu Ananukito Nacha Kuddang Samachare Kinchi Pare Upapadeyum Sukhino Vake Minohantu Vesak Bhavantu Sukhitata Ye Kechimana Bhutati Kasavata Varava Anavasesa Digavaye Mahantava Marasakan Kadula Dittavaye Adita Ye Kadure Vasanti Abhidure Bhutava Sambhave Siva Vesak Bhavantu Sukhitata Naparo Parang Nikobeta Nati Manyeta Katnatinam Kanti Vyaro Sanapatika Sanya Nanya Manya Sadukta Vikheya Matayatani Yang Puttang Ayusa Ika Putta Manurakke Evam Pisabha Bhutesu Manasam Bhavaye Apabhimana Buddhang Ca Sabha Lokasmin Manasam Bhavaye Apabhimana Buddhang Adocha Tiriyancha Asambhagam Averam Asapattam Tittang Charang Nisinova Sayanova Yavatasya Vikadamiddo Ekang Sating Aviteya Brahmamekang Viha
Sinchanupagama silava Kasalina sampanno Kame suvinaya geda Navijatu kapasya Punareti Etena satchavajjena Sotite hotu sabhada Etena satchavajjena Sotite hotu sabhada Etena satchavajjena Sotite hotu sabhada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We shall now invite Venerable Satimanta to chant the blessings. With great respect, Venerable.
Dhamma mangvarang Itang deva manusanang buddha tejena sotthina Nassantu paddeva sabbe dukkha vupasamintu te Sakkatva dhamma ratanang osadhang uttamang varang Parilavupasamanang dhamma tejena sotthina Nassantu paddeva sabbe bhayavupasamintu te Sakkatva sangharatnang osadhang uttamang varang Ahuneyang pahuneyang sanghate jena sotthina Nassantu paddeva sabbe roga upasamintu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Nakhatta yakha bhutanang papagga nivarana parittassanubhavena hantu te sangupaddave Sabbe buddha balappata paccekananca yang balang arhantananca tejena rakhang bandhami sabbaso Sab Devo vassatu kalena sassa sampatti hotu ce ito bhavatu loko ce raja bhavatu dhammiko Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahidhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu lokasasanang Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahidhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu desanang Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahidhika punyantang anumoditva Chirang rakhantu mang paranti. Ittavata cha amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme ñātenang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idamme ñātenang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idamme ñātenang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Abhivadana silissa niccang vadhapachaino Chattaro Dhamma Vadhanti Ayuvanno Sukhang Balang Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Mevacha Atho Nibbana Sampatti Iminate Samidhyatu. Sadhu,
Sadhu,
Right. Thank you, Venerable Sirs. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in tonight's chanting. This is the finale of our 9 nights of 1 hour chanting. Do join us in our practice session. You may contact msbs if you are interested. Join us in Facebook or even join us on Zoom. We are very happy, Dhammacakka is very happy to host this event, and you all are welcome to visit us. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much.